I also need to be very clear about one more thing. There are now 13 kids with COVID currently being treated in our hospitals, 2 of whom are in intensive care. There are those on one side in this who will preface these numbers with the word only. They are essentially perfectly accepting of these numbers. Remember that we have 7 losses of life since the beginning of this awful pandemic of kids under the age of 18. We can never say only to that. This is what only means to them. They are saying that they're fine with kids, many, by the way, still too young to be vaccinated, contracting COVID. They are saying that they will just accept an untold number of asymptomatic children spreading the Delta variant among their educators and friends in their schools, or taking COVID home to spread among their families and communities. They are saying that they will accept outbreaks that shut down schools, just like what's happened in other states without masking requirements, where entire districts are shut down with hundreds, if not thousands, of kids and educators exposed. When they say only, they are saying that they are perfectly willing to accept children landing in the ICU or dying from COVID. They won't say it out loud, but it's exactly what they are saying, and I cannot be kind about that. It shouldn't surprise anyone that we, along with, I firmly believe, a majority of New Jerseyans, wholeheartedly reject that in its entirety. We are not going to sacrifice the health of any child, any educator, any family, or any community. We're not just going to let COVID shut down our schools. Unless I need to remind everyone, having our schools open for full-time, in-person instruction is critical for our recovery, especially for working families and especially for working moms. We're not willing to surrender our kids to this virus, unlike those opposed to this common sense plan. That is exactly what this is about. On one side, those willing to sacrifice our kids for politics. On the other, those of us committed to doing everything we can to protect them. As I said, I cannot be kind about this. This is exactly how this breaks. Across the nation, we are seeing leaders reassess their past positions against masks, and we are seeing local leaders who want to protect kids push back against those who continue to make masks political. By the way, in Florida, as we speak, there's just under 14,000 people in hospitals with COVID. At last count, Judy, 174 of whom are kids in the pediatric category. It's jaw-dropping. We pray for each and every single one of them, and we pray for folks, particularly leaders, to do the right things.